Hey Cameron, this is Miss Tracy. So we're going to see if we can figure this one out. So it tells us the area of a rectangle has this, and it wants to know what the equivalent circle would be, what the radius of the circle would be with the equivalent area. So we're going to set this equal to the area of a circle formula, which is pi r squared. So one of the things that we can do is we can divide both sides by pi to get rid of one of the pi's. We'll factor that out. So this goes away. So now we have 4 pi centimeters squared is equal to r squared, right? Because we canceled this out, and we canceled one of these pi's up here out. So we factored one out, and it went away. So it left one behind. 4 pi centimeters squared is equal to radius square. To unsquare this, we use a radical sign, right? Now, the radical sign, we're going to apply that to each individual term. So we got square root of 4, square root of pi, and square root of centimeters squared. This cancels this, so that's equal to the radius. Now we just solve each one of these individually. So square root of 4 is 2. And we can't do anything with the square root of pi, so it stays the same way. Square root of pi. But this cancels this, so then we have centimeters by itself. So 2 times square root of pi in centimeters is the length of the radius that we're looking for. That's all you had to do to solve this problem. I know it looks a little confusing on the front end, but you've got to use logic to think it through and break it down. Okay? And the first question you should have asked yourself was, if these two things are equal to one another, what can I simplify? How can I simplify them? What can I take from one of these factors? And that would have been pi. Pi would have been the only thing that you could do because you have pi on both sides. So then that left the radius squared, which should have given you the clue. I need to unsquare both sides so I can get radius by itself. And then when you do that, then you just break it down and simplify as much as possible. And that's your answer. 2 times square root of pi in centimeters. And I believe that is the correct answer. Let me double check. Yes, 2 times the square root of pi in centimeters is the length of the radius. All right, that's all I've got for this. If you have any questions about that, I know everybody says when I show it to you, it looks so simple. Why didn't I think of that in the first place? It's just perspective, because I've done this problem for about 3 or 4 other students at this point, and because, you know, I've been teaching this for 4 years, so it comes second nature to me at this point. Whenever you're told that you have a volume or an area that is the equivalent of something, and you want to try to undo it and back out of it, set it equal to the formula for whatever it is that you're looking for. That's a good place to start. So think about logically what you can do to write an equation which allows you to then solve for something. Okay? All right, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope that you enjoy the carnival.